Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Yep, well, another weekend gone. Another defeat on the books of this shambolic football club. This is the match reaction to our 2-1 loss against Bolton. Reserves I've put in brackets because that's what it was. In the FA Cup, knocked out at the first hurdle. Yep, we couldn't even beat a heavily changed Bolton side. That's how bad this has truly got now. As always, get ready for my honest and unfiltered opinions throughout with no holding back. As well as reacting to this game, I'm hopefully going to be showing you some footage from after the match as well, when the players and manager came over. Very ugly and toxic scenes. And also a bit of an altercation between a fan and Joe Taylor as well, which I'm going to play a bit later on as well. But yeah, I mean, very ugly and toxic scenes. Players, fans, owner. This is just got out of hand now. And the toxicity is only going to get worse. I've said it before. I said it last week. This is going to get worse because this owner is not going to change. He's not going to change. So it seems like it's his aim to keep doing this to us fans. It's absolutely, I don't even know what word, it's just infuriating. It really is infuriating. This club is an absolute shambles from top to bottom, and this owner refuses to change anything to try and get us back on track. Nothing. So look, I mean, and this is what really infuriates me as well. Before we get into the show, before we get into everything in more detail, 24 hours prior to this game starting, our tone-deaf owner thought it would be a good idea to put out a 7-minute video backing Lee Grant. At this point, it's just absolutely embarrassing. It really is. Talk about treating us fans like we're fools. We ain't falling for this nonsense anymore. We used to do. At the very start, we used to fall for it. Me included. I ain't falling for it anymore. I'm sick and tired of hearing all these words and all this rubbish. He's the only guy that is backing this manager fully right now. The only guy. Oh, yeah, and his chuckle brother, Edwards, of course, as well. Another clueless guy who shouldn't even be anywhere near running the day-to-day operations of this football club. It's all PR rubbish, all this. This club is well and truly sinking lower and lower. Everyone can see it, but once again, this owner, Nagel, is choosing not to. And you know what? Our club has been taken away from us. Completely taken away from us. That's how I feel. I'm not speaking for everybody out there, but that's how I feel. We want our club back. And that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it there for now. But look, make sure you smash the likes on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section as well. Because, I don't know, man. I'm just like everybody else out there, to be honest with you, just completely and utterly fed up. And fed up of being fed false lies and false promises that this owner seems to love to do. But yeah, I mean, let's get into the game, and then we'll no doubt go back to that towards the end of the show as well, because it's all linked, of course, as to why we're in such a mess. So here we go. The lineup again. Surprise, surprise, ladies and gentlemen. The same predictable formation. The same names getting in this starting lineup. No matter how bad you play the previous week, don't worry. You're back in the following week. It's fine. Don't worry. Especially if your name is Ben Wiles, who's top of Lee Grant's list. Put it that way. So yes, let's have a look. 4-2-3-1. No doubt that, no surprise there. Nichols in goal. Back four of Ruskan, Lowe, Feeney, Sorensen. Now, this is what really annoyed me, to be honest with you. Two holding midfielders. I mean, do we really need two holding midfielders in there, guys? Do we? We don't. Take one out. We haven't got the personnel right now to even have two holding midfielders. So he decides to put Lyndon Gooch in the middle with Ryan Ledson. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, we'll get into it in a minute, but Gooch actually played well before he had to come off. But you're playing players out of position. Play players in their normal position. Everybody's saying it. Why are we playing players out of position? Oh, injuries. Cool. We had Dan Vost on the bench who was coming in the cup matches. So what's wrong with him? Bring him in. If you want to play two holding midfielders, which this manager always will do, until he eventually gets the sack. Ledson, yeah, same old. I mean, we're going to get into it. Miller on the left, attacking left midfield role. Wiles, of course, he's golden boy in the middle in the 10 because he's so full of creativity, isn't he? He's so amazing. He always wants the ball, of course, in that position. See, in that position, you need to always want the ball. 95% of the time, this guy goes missing, but no worries. You can play as bad as you want week in, week out. You get an automatic starting place. It's fine. Harness, another one who's been an absolute waste of money on the right. Yes, we got him on a free. We're still paying his wages. Waste of money. He's offered nothing on this side. And then Bojan Radulovic leading the line, which I didn't mind that, to be honest with you, because none of our other strikers have put in the name on the number 9 shirt. So why not? You know, I know I've given him criticism, Bojan, because I don't think he's a very good footballer at all. And the fact that he's even at this club in the first place just sums up what a shambles it's been for the last couple of years. But he is here, and he's another option. Nobody else is taking that number 9 shirt, so why not give him a go? What have you got to lose? And on the bench, I mean, Goodman, once again on the bench, since he's made the mistake, it's been completely ignored. Absolutely ignored. Chapman on the bench. So we've got 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Why? 2 goalkeepers on the bench. Chapman's back in on the bench. Sway, Balker, Rowan, Ashia, Vost, Charles, and Taylor. I mean, don't get me started about Ashia. I mean, why on earth didn't he start this game? Why? Why didn't he start this game? He's offered more in the limited minutes he's had than this squad put together. So why not put him in? Vost, I said it before, get him in. So it's just unbelievable. This manager just does the same things every week, expecting different results. Now, look, the first half, I mean, for me, what I wanted and what we knew was going to happen is a completely different story. But I'll say what I wanted. I wanted to see us come out, all guns blazing, get after them from minute 1, show some urgency, forward thinking, intensity. But oh no, we don't do that. Let's just allow Bolton to play the game on their terms. No problem at all. And again, once again, all this manager says is he's learning, his lessons have been learned, blah, 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 all this nonsense. Well, you're not learning, mate. You're not learning at all. Because again, in this match, overplaying from the back again. Why? Why are we doing this every week, expecting different results? We can't play out from the back. We haven't got the players to be playing out from the back. So stop doing it. Bolton, you know, what teams would do, but Bolton in this case, pressing us, which, you know, they got a lot of joy out of surprise, because that's how you stifle us. That's how you win the ball. It's so easy to win the ball back against us. And of course, then Bolton were growing in confidence, and then we're losing confidence because we're constantly making mistakes, because this manager is telling these players to overplay out from the back. No, there's no need. There's no need at all. So yes, lessons supposed to be learned. Yep, we don't believe all that nonsense anymore, I'm afraid. It's all jargon. It's all rubbish. Our eyes don't lie to us. And yes, in summary, I mean, this first half, just to kind of look, we had 2 shots. 2 in this first half. 2. None on target. He says all you need to know about how poor we were and how poor this manager is in terms of getting the best out of the squad that he's got, utilising the players correctly. And guess what? They had 14 shots, 14 and 8 on target. Absolutely shambolic from the very get-go. So yes, from those stats, I'm sure you'll all know, we spent half our time defending, spent on the back foot because of this shambolic setup under this clueless manager. Does he change it whilst our goal is being peppered constantly throughout that first half? No, of course he doesn't. Let's just keep it the same in pure Grant style. Lovely. Pay to do a job. Just keep it the same. It's fine. You might as well get a fan on the touchline at this point because they do a better job than this blooming clown on the touchline. He is absolutely out of his depth. This owner knows it. The whole fan base knows it. It's not... That's it. And to be honest with you, I'm surprised it took them so long to score. But they did score in the 41st minute. When your backs are up against the wall, like I say, all of the half, you're going to crack at some point. I'm not defending these players, by the way, because I think the defence were just a shambles, really. Defensively in this moment, it was so poor. Another foolish goal to give away, a soft goal. But yes, Sissoko took advantage and he took the lead. But like I said, we should have been behind before that, if we're being honest. We should, to be honest with you, we should have been 3 or 4-0 down at half time. Let's be real. So yes, half time, 1-0 down. Boos ringing out from the away end. No surprise whatsoever after that pathetic showing. And we ain't going to shut up anymore. We ain't going to stay silent anymore. We are going to show our displeasure if this manager and this group of players don't perform. That's what we're going to do. And we'll hold this owner to account as well for this shambles that we're being seen. I think, to me, I'm just going to sum that first half up in 3 words. Unentertaining, same every week. Predictable, same every week. Boring, same every week. There we are. Second half, any chance of making some change at half time? Oh, yeah. Another injury. Another forced change. Gooch coming off. Apart from that, no problem. Let's just keep it the same, Grant, yeah? Must have been the only one happy with that first half. Then clearly, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. This manager does exactly that every single week. We're doing the same thing over and over again. It's absolutely pathetic. Dan Voss came on for Gooch as well. Look, I thought Gooch played well in that first half, even though he was out of position. He was doing what he could, getting his foot on the ball, and you know what I mean. But it's not his position, and it requires more intensity in that position as well. So play him in his normal position, where he's most effective as well, because he can get down the wing. Mind you, we don't even set up to attack, do we? So I suppose it's a waste of time having fullbacks or wingers. Waste of time. We don't use them. But yeah, very, 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 very frustrating. Look, start the second half better, I will say that. The usual 20 minutes of decent play, and that's all we get, of course. It all goes downhill from there. 20 minutes of good football every week. Are you kidding? Expecting us to accept that? Not a chance. In that time, a couple of opportunities we did create that weren't taken before Radulovic got himself on the score sheet to equalise just after the hour mark. We were lucky it was only been 1 goal in it. That first half, like I said, it should have been out of sight for Bolton in that first half. But we were still in the game. We equalised. Radulovic, this was a good goal, to be fair. Ruskin, with a moment of quality, with a first-time cross into Radulovic, who, from 6 yards out, puts it away with his head. And 1-1. We make a double change straight after that, of course. Wiles and Miller coming off. I can't believe he took off Wiles, guys, by the way. It's a miracle. Ashier finally got on the pitch. Way! So we all cheer. And Charles came in as well. Look, Ashier finally got some more minutes under his belt and did more in the final 25 minutes he got, did he? Yeah, 25 minutes. Then Wiles has done all season. So there we are. Charles, I mean, I don't understand. Bringing Charles in, I mean, it's just like being down to 10 men. Very strange decision. You know, you've got Taylor on the bench who, don't get me wrong, has been very, very poor this season. You know, we said going into the season, he looks a lot sharper, he looks leaner. But in terms of his first touches, you know, getting the ball out of his feet and having a go, it is so bad. He's so bad. But Taylor is clearly offers more than what Charles does. But yet Charles came on before him. Make it make sense, people. Minutes later, we go and concede again. Yes. Normal service resumed. And from that moment on, we were never getting back into this game, let's be honest. Vost slacking possession on the edge of his penalty area. Nobody to back him up, though, mind. A young lad like that needs a bit of support, you know, around him. Nobody taking responsibility. Nobody there to help him out. Absolutely pathetic. So I don't blame Vost at all, to be honest with you. He's a young lad trying to learn, you know what I mean? And none of these senior players are doing off anything to actually help the lad in there. Then, to be fair, he lost the ball, yes. But then the defending after this, by the way, wow. Literally the easiest 1-2 Bolton will play. And then he gets his shot away. Nichols saves it, but they meet the rebound. And it's 2-1. Another soft goal to concede once again. And there was a lot more. We could have avoided that. Even when Dan Voss lost the ball, we could have actually reacted. We didn't. Just let them easy goal to score for them, and we're behind. All that work, getting back into the game, all undone. Pathetic. I mean, look, Ashia. You know what I mean? If you look at what Ashia did, like I said, causing problems since he came on, didn't he? You know, more than what others have done all season. Not just Wiles, but a lot of Harness, any of them. You know, must have had 4 or 5 shots. But look, we were still so open at the back. You know, they look more likely to score. Once they scored, I just couldn't see us getting back in it. Harness came off. Taylor came on the 87th minute. I mean, why? What's the point? What's the point in doing that? Giving him a couple of minutes? Honestly, it's just shocking. I'm running out of words to describe how I'm feeling, to be honest, at the moment. I'm just fed up. Everybody else out there can relate as well within this fan base. The game petered out, dumped out of the FA Cup. Our 5th consecutive defeat on the bounce, by the way. Yeah, that's sinking. 7 defeats in 9. One win against the poor Exeter side and a poor 0-0 draw against Burton at home in this shocking run. 5 goals scored in that time, 2 from open play, 15 conceded. Completely and utterly unacceptable. But don't worry. Grant's the man to take us forward. Don't worry. Yeah, I mean, what can I say about that game, to be honest with you? Just another atrocious performance. And I know I'm not going to get sidetracked from the reality that we face right now because we scored a goal and played decent for 20 minutes. Playing decent for 20 minutes isn't enough, I'm afraid. Absolutely not. 20 minutes, you know, out of 90 minutes plus. You must be kidding. Absolute jokers. And to be fair, Bojan took his goal well and fair play. I have been critical of him on this channel. But you know what? At least he's putting the ball in the back of the net at the moment. He's not perfect, but at least he's doing something. No other our strikers are doing anything right now. Taylor looks lost. I mean, not really getting the service at times, but still needs to be doing better when the ball comes to him. Charles, just a complete utter waste of time. He's not going to turn his foot. It'll take one catastrophic turnaround for him to turn his career around at this football club. I don't see it happening, Charles. I really don't. But yeah, I mean, look, once again, like I said, nowhere near good enough from anybody on that pitch. I know, I mean, to be Ashia came and did well. You know what I mean? Radulovic played well in that second half, got the goal. But But look, it's clear for everybody to see we are getting worse by the week. It's pretty clear for us to see that right now. Everybody can see it. Once again, a big reminder that we are going nowhere with Grant and his tactics and formation. We're going nowhere with him in charge. He's so slow, laboured in our build-up play, defence cut up numerous times, midfield non-existent, passing woeful, losing possession, overplaying from the back, no leaders on the pitch, playing the same players over and over again, not giving anybody else a chance. There's no signs of it improving, and it isn't going to improve. The writing is on the wall for Grant. The fans are completely turned, and the players just aren't fully on board at all. It's pretty obvious. And obviously, I did talk about the ugly scenes at full time in the away end, which I will play the first of two clips I have here now. With the first one of the overall booing, and then the second one will be some. I think there was a few exchange words between a fan and Taylor as well. But yeah, let's have a look at the first clip, which is about 20 seconds long. And this just shows, it'll be out there, just shows that we ain't taking his rubbish anymore. We've had enough. Let's play it.
You haven't got a bloody clue what you're doing! You're hopeless! Get out! Fuck off! Shite! Useless!
So yes, that is obviously the clip. You can see visibly a lot of booing in that away end, a lot of things being said towards the manager as well. And yeah, just so toxic. It is toxic, and it's only going to get worse, as I've already alluded to. And then the next clip was an altercation between Joe Taylor and a fan as well. So let's play this clip as well. Yeah. So yeah, there we are. I mean, look, just shows that, you know, there's a lot of discontent, and rightly so, absolutely rightly so. And you know, next week, by the way, oh boy, if Grant is still somehow in his job next week, that stadium is going to be absolutely toxic to the core. I'm telling you, it is. It's going to be toxic, and I dread to think if we don't get a result next week, what the reaction will be. And that is to anybody that actually even bothers turning up, because, as I said, season card holders don't want to turn up. Nobody's in. Everybody, a lot of people have checked out well and truly. And you know what? I don't blame any of them, because we've been let down for too long now. And the same thing is repeating itself every single season. But yeah, the fans that turn up next week, they don't even deserve it. Not this club. These players and this manager don't deserve any support at all. Let me tell you. So yeah, but look, I dread to think what it's going to be like next week. To be honest with you, because to be honest with you, he's going to still be in his job next week, isn't he? Because this owner isn't going to act. He's backed him. He's fully supportive of him. Apparently, you know. Oh yes. Fully supportive of a failing manager once again. Another shocking recruitment of a manager that was never going to do well here. Well done, Mr. Nagel. I hope you're proud. So yes, just a sad state of affairs at the club at the moment. The club is rotten from top to bottom. The owner dug himself a hole that will only get bigger as time goes on. Money thrown down the drain on gash players. Fans rapidly falling out of touch with the club. And ultimately, the bottom line is we do want our club back, because this is our club. And unfortunately, that has been ripped from us because this owner fails to have any accountability, doesn't want to change, and isn't prepared to get football people in this football club to make the decisions. I don't know how many times I have to say it now. I'm sick of repeating myself. This club needs football people, because Nagel nor Edwards can clearly not make a good football decision between them. So it's not working. So change it. Change this club around. That is what you need to do. Never mind fancy scoreboards. Ooh, he's put a lot of money in. He's saved the club. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Are we still going to be saying that when we sign League Two? Oh, he's put a lot of money in. He's put a lot of money in. No, we are not. Not all this fan base is going to take it anymore. Yeah, we are sick and tired of it. And stop using the same lazy excuse of those people out there that continue to defend this owner just because he put a lot of money into the club and and all this nonsense. That's all well and good. Off the field, perfect. On the field, football decisions, absolutely disgraceful. It's been a shock. It's been shocking. Good intentions or not, like people want to keep telling me. Not interested. We are going further and further down. We are sinking further down. And we're seeing what we saw last season once again. And another season down the drain. Because and the thing is, the owner can change it just like that. He can remove the manager. We can get a proper structure. Somebody that knows what they're doing to make those football decisions, yeah? And then there we are. But he's choosing not to. So I'm afraid I've got no sympathy for this owner who continues to dig fans out on social media that dare to criticise him because of what we are seeing right now. A billionaire owner arguing with fans on social media. How blooming silly can you get? Anyway, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna leave it there because I could just go on and on, but I'm just sick and tired of it now, guys. I'm done. Just completely and utterly at wit's end with it now. I just don't know where this club is heading, other than further and further down into League Two and beyond, unless changes are made and quick. We can't go in like this any longer. It's pretty clear. It's a shame this owner is choosing not to see that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Like I say, I've had enough. Many fans out there have had enough. It's just toxic from top to bottom. Anyway, take care. We'll see you soon.